I heart today's video about GS. I started a local repair shop with inspiration from LMG. One thing that surprises me was the amount of audio gear that I see. Are there any markets that you reach that you didn't expect?
Oh, you know what? Not anymore. It definitely used to. But these days, if anything, I'm the one telling potential partners that we reach an audience that you probably don't expect. I remember back when we first got in touch with AMD's like enterprise and server CPU folks, so like Epic, they were very hesitant to work with us, assuming that everyone that watches LTT and
just gamer bros,
the rest of the channel, it's like gamer kids or whatever. But I mean, I have the analytics, right? I have the demographics numbers. I know that's not true. So I basically went, okay, so you won't send us a CPU, fine. I'll just go buy a CPU. What do I care? So actually, I don't even think we ended up buying one. I think Wendell lent us one or something. We got our hands on one somehow. It doesn't matter. The point is we're pretty well connected. In worst case scenario, we open up the purse strings, we buy it, right? And so we made a video that was just like an episode of Holy where we checked out, I think it was a 32 core, like the first Epic that we covered. It was either 32 or 64. It doesn't matter. The point is that it absolutely blew up, definitely registered for them, because ever since then, they're pretty down to work with us. Because I feel like for, and it's nothing personal, because it's a mistake that anyone could make. If your nose is like this close to the product, right? You know the strength of it. You know how cool Epic is and how disruptive it is from a price to performance to power consumption standpoint. You know all the advantages, and everyone you talk to, literally everyone in your life, so your hardware partners, your software partners, your current customers, gets it. So you kind of go, well, everyone must get it then. But the reality is that a lot of people work in that industry, and you know what? Maybe just aren't actually that excited to learn about CPUs. Maybe what they actually are excited about and care about in their spare time is wacky cooling experiments that we do, or, you know, what phone should they buy, or how does...
Not to keep bringing them up, but one of the things that the NASA guys said was that they get inspiration from watching you just do random stuff.
Seriously?
And it inspires them to push the envelope in certain ways.
Okay, I take it back. I am surprised then.
But like I was a little bit too, but there was multiple of them saying it.
Yeah,
like, and they might not, they might not do the exact same thing.
Oh, I should certainly hope not.
But it inspires them to think in a certain direction, or potentially test certain things out and see how well an implementation or a version of something that you did, or maybe even the same thing, might work in their environment.
That's hilarious.
It's actually like really cool.
So back to the data center thing, though, people are tuning in because they just are excited about technology, or they're excited about some kind of technology. And, oh, holy crap, the number of times I've seen this comment. It's so cool to see you guys talking about the thing that I do all the time. I never expected you guys to cover this. This is so cool. And I've even seen this one too. Now I can take this to my purchasing manager and go, hey, we should really look at this because it's got coverage on this huge tech channel.
And you'll often break it down into something that purchasing manager might understand.
And not just the purchasing manager, their manager.
Yeah.
Like I forget how the saying goes, but it's like, what is it? No one ever got fired for using IBM or something like that. No one ever got fired for buying something. And it's like one of those really boring, but predictable companies. I'm sure people are going to be hitting us in the chat, letting us know what the expression is. But it's like that, right? And so I think what AMD figured out is that even among tech-savvy people who are passionate and care, there's influences on them that might not be passionate, might not care, or might just, want to cover their butts, right? So, you know what? I've never gotten reprimanded for buying Intel. So I'm just going to keep buying Intel. And all of a sudden, whoa, Epic, hold on a second, what's this? Apparently, it was IBM. Apparently, Cisco has used a similar kind of marketing as well. Yeah, exactly, right? And so that's one of the things that's really fun and really cool about covering things that we don't normally cover. Do we get every single thing right? Do we hit do we manage to communicate all the nuance around the product and its uses? Do we have a well built out benchmark suite, say, for example, for, enterprise machine learning? The reality of it is no, because so many of these organizations are using completely custom software anyway. Before they go and buy 10,000 of them, they're going to go and they're going to do their own validation anyway. You know, for us, it's just about, hey, this is really cool. We're really excited about it, and sharing that passion, sharing that energy. And so, yeah, I'm no longer, okay, I shouldn't say I'm no longer surprised by the kinds of people that watch us just because they want to share that passion and share that energy and look for inspiration. But I am surprised.
It surprised me.
Yeah, I mean...
But it's like, it's very cool. And like, you gotta understand it to a certain degree. Like, it sort of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you design cars... You know, does that mean you just like don't watch Top Gear?
Yeah. Like,
because they're doing silly things that don't make any sense?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And yeah, you probably know more about automotive engineering than any of those guys. Yeah.
But you don't get to do that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You know what's funny is that's actually kind of the story behind how we ended up with that 5,000 watt chiller. Was Buddy from SpaceX. Oh man, I wish I could shout out his name now. He came up and showed me this like cool little LED backlit 3D printed sign thing that he does. Anyway, I don't know, maybe you guys, I think we shouted him out in the video where he actually showed off the chiller. But Buddy from SpaceX is like, yeah, we ripped this thing out thinking that it was broken. We put the new one in. It turns out it wasn't broken at all. It was actually like a kinked hose somewhere else in the line. And it would cost more to put it back in now. So I got to take it home and I was like, what am I going to do with this? You know, it would be fun for me is watching you guys do something stupid with it.
Yeah, like that's sweet. That's awesome.
So since we got it, we've put it on like a couple different CPUs. We BIOS modded a 4090 to accept up to 1,000 watts. Like total board power, and then we like chilled that thing with it. We're gonna use it for all kinds of wild things. So I guess I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised literal rocket scientists are looking to us for inspiration.
Well, these guys, the two guys that I was talking to about that in particular were the people that design the mission control centers.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So including the like dashboards and stuff that people use, and like the like quick call control panel thing, and like the all that type of stuff. So it's like, yeah,
that's flippin' awesome.
Yeah. Data pipelines for receiving video, and like the chart that shows where the ISS is going, and all this other type of stuff. Yeah.
Seems like an important chart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did it come from? Where did it go?
Where did it come from?
ISS.
Joe?
Yeah.